Hey there, you amazing patrons. It's Zach, and I'm here with Kyle and Felicia. This is the Utah Outcasts Secret Patron Show. This is the special content we provide to the folks who are so generous with us to share at least $1 a month. If you stumbled upon this in the regular show feed on a Friday or a weekend, thanks for checking it out, but you missed the actual topical show that was about 6 months prior where this came out. So just jump back a couple episodes and you'll be current, really. Let's see. I wanted to do one of those not so serious kind of topic type of shows.
Oh, good.
Yeah, where I wanted to mainly just talk with each other about what it's been like the last few years doing the show. It's not like bear your testimony or anything.
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
kind of reminiscing.
Yeah. What do we think it's going to mean like in the next couple of years? What's going to happen? I mean, we've always bandied around the idea of getting yet another panelist so people can actually have days off.
Yeah, it's kind of hard at this point, though.
It's a little bit hard.
Yeah. I mean, just because we have our flow and our banter so well established that it'd be really hard for somebody to come into that. But I don't know. I mean, still holding out hope. What?
I don't know. It's been an amazing. We're at nearly 3 years, not quite.
Yeah,
there, but
Not quite, but it's been. It doesn't feel like 3 years. I mean, let's put it that way. Which is a good thing because that means we're having fun.
Well, it's for me, it's been a very interesting 3 years because in my personal life,
everything has changed.
I wasn't even divorced yet. Like, we were separated and we were broken up and we were starting divorcing, but I was not even divorced yet when we started this show. Like,
oh, that's right. Oh,
yeah.
I didn't realize that. I thought you guys were already like over and done and everything. So I didn't even realize like everything was a finalist.
I shorthanded it to divorced.
Yeah,
that's fine. I mean,
because
how dare you get off my show? No.
But I mean, I remember the night I got my divorce papers. I poured a shot in that exact moment and took a selfie, and I was like, "It's fucking done!" Like, and I took a shot. I was all by myself for whatever reason, like, you know, like no one was around. But I was like, I don't fucking care. I got my divorce papers. But that was like nearly a year and a half after him and I split. Like, I was well into my relationship with William at the time. Like, it was. It was weird when I told him, I'm like, so I'm not technically divorced. And then, you know, and I talk pretty openly about my experience with trauma, that it was an abusive relationship, which, by the way, he has listened to the show, so I think he knows that I feel that way. But then really experiencing PTSD, getting a diagnosis, losing a friend to cancer, breakups from the same person.
Let's see.
I've
changed jobs. I've I lost a grandparent. Well, actually, my last grandparent. To be honest with you, that one fucking rocked my world a little bit. Didn't really show too much, and it still doesn't. It's just one of those things where, if you think about something and you catch a memory, all of a sudden you get that moisture in your eyes. You're like, fuck. Like, you think everything's all together and everything's all good, but then next thing you know, you're like immediately emotional and you're like, fuck, I thought I was beyond this stuff. No, you're never really completely beyond it.
No,
this is grandparent stuff, so.
You never get over it. You never get over death. You never lose your trauma. Like, it's kind of a beautiful poetry of it.
Yeah, part of me is kind of glad I got kicked in the ass by death. Like in high school, I had one of my best friends in high school die unexpectedly. And that fucking sucked because I was the one that had to like pack up his locker and take all of his shit to his parents and stuff. And it's just like, yeah. He had to go get his guitar from the music room and take it over to his parents. I'm like, God damn, this sucks.
That's heavy.
Everybody's leaning on me to be strong, and like, we were the anti-establishment guys in school. Like, we were just like thumbing our nose at the fucking vice principal all the time. I mean, we knew him and he knew we were good students, but we were also like testing our boundaries as teenagers do.
Yeah.
I mean, he showed up to school like wearing a prom dress one time just to, you know.
Oh, I love it.
He was great. Great dude. But like, the principal and everybody else started showing up to talk to the kids that were in grief, like in the crisis room that we had there. And we're just like, what the fuck are you doing here? Go you're not helping things right now. Get out of here. So Yeah, that sucks. We've all gone through that. Kyle, you probably had the most fucking hard one to go through.
Kyle has the worst one for sure.
Yeah. No,
let's change the topic to something.
Yeah, let's talk about death. No, it has been interesting. I haven't really changed jobs. Well, kind of.
I've changed jobs.
But not really.
You're going to be there till you're dead.
I'm probably going to be there till I'm dead, unless people buy my book.
Or support us more on Patreon. Tell your friends.
Yeah, you can do that too. Yeah.
God, how much I would love to do this instead of my day job.
I love my day job. Yeah. I'd rather do this.
Yeah. And that's the thing, is that I've never
this. That's all I want to do in my life.
I've never gotten into a job where I've like loathed it, because for the most part, like anytime I've loathed the job, I fucking get out of that job as quickly as I possibly can.
Me too.
So I feel like I'm okay and I'm good at what I do, but at the same time, it's not what I want to do for. I've got 22 years until I can retire from this place, and so it's like I look at that number and I'm like, that's entirely too many years.
Never retiring. That's hilarious. I'm never going to retire.
Yeah, no,
I'm thankful I work in a place where retirement is still an option. Like a pension is still an option, you know, at least until the next Republican president comes in.
I don't know. I've been fairly successful in my job in massive corporate America, and it's a company that treats people pretty well. There's a chance that I could end up making a significant amount of money there. So, I mean, right now I'm making like solid middle class for a white lady. Mm-hmm. So,
yeah. So yeah, patrons, this is for you. Look on the video. I have opened up a 40 ounce in your honor today.
Aww.
It's garbage. Oh, it's garbage.
It is. I just chose to go with just over 40 ounces of good beer.
Yeah, I've got the good beers too, but I thought, it's been a long time since I've had one. Let me see if I like. Nope, no, it's not good at all. No, and I didn't get malt liquor. It's actually beer, but still.
If I look back over the last 3 years, though, some of my happiest memories are this show. Like,
yeah,
this is my sinner. This sinner's me every week.
It really is.
I mean, it's like, yeah, I could go out Saturday night. I could. Like,
or I can go to therapy. This is what it is to me.
I don't know. I feel like this show matters. I think
so. I mean, and people are starting to think so. Shit.
Well, I mean, shit. I don't care. As long it matters to us. It matters to me, and that's all I need.
There we go.
If other people
emotional experience is important.
Yeah. And if other people also find it valuable in some way, hey.
Over 1,000 that actually download the episodes, and over 1,000 that watch us on YouTube. So we're getting there. We got a pretty good audience, and we've got a fucking amazing amount of patrons. I mean, I love every single one of you people that chooses to like come hear us every week, and like people like Celia that interact with us on the constant. We got Jeff that interacts with us on the constant. It's like, it's really great to meet all these people that we had no clue these people existed in the world, but they started orbiting around us, and all of a sudden our lives are better for meeting these people. And it's just
absolutely true. That's true. Absolutely true. Oh no! And this show, I mean, we've talked. You know, we really came into the show right as there was about to be a divide in the atheist movement, and some people still deny it. Others like Alex Jules, who will be back on the show as soon as we can figure out some scheduling stuff. You know, we were lucky enough to have some really wonderful voices on, and we started connecting with some really interesting voices right as this split was happening. I mean, if you go back and listen to us, I'm sure I know I was a fan of Lawrence Krauss. Not a huge fan, but I like Lawrence Krauss quite a bit.
I like watching his speeches. I mean, not speeches. What is it? His presentations. He's a great orator. He would like give funny speeches, like TED Talks kind of thing. I used to love watching those things. Same thing with Sam Harris. I used to like watching some of his stuff, especially when he would debate. And sadly, I was one of these guys that watched the atheist debates against like Islamic people and stuff. And it's just,
well,
it was something to listen to.
I mean,
while I was like painting a room, kind of thing.
Yeah, there's still a validity in challenging those ideas, but now we're realizing that all of this came from nothing. Like, we're realizing that activism, quote unquote, in atheism has been lacking. And these guys mostly operated on a spectrum of fame. And we were part of that,
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. It's just,
that was their end game.
And us coming to terms with our responsibility in platform sharing.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me tell you, if you want to figure out what kind of person you are, why don't you put yourself out there every week?
Yeah.
You find out very quickly that you need to be specific about what you say. You need to be clear about what you say. You need to make sure that you're willing to back up what you say.
And admit when you're wrong.
Yeah, admit when you're wrong.
Admitting when you're wrong. Yeah, that's the fun one.
Yeah,
that
too many
sucks.
people don't. That's the
That
one
one
that
sucks,
sucks the most.
Well, but there's
it's surprisingly easy, really, but it sucks.
Actually, yeah, it is surprisingly easy. But your ego,
once you take your ego out of it,
your ego for one moment will try to be like, no, we're not evil, and your ego tries to fight that. But like we have somebody like Alex on who goes, I don't trust you people, and there's a part of you that's like, and then you're like, no, that's actually fair. Like,
it's fair. It's fair.
You can actually have these really amazing conversations. And in my own personal experience with PTSD and going through therapy, because I feel like the treatment of it has been, and really diving deep into myself is the key to this. My empathy has increased tenfold. Like understanding the trauma of experiencing racism constantly. Like I understand now how that is traumatic.
Yeah.
Like
this might sound a bit weird.
Okay.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
What?
No, go ahead. I was going to say something, but go ahead. You were going to finish what you're going to say.
Sorry. I was just going to say, like, that is traumatic, and that is going to have effects on people, and that is going to. I can understand the pain, not as they experience it, but I understand the pain of trauma and how hard it is to face that. So, again, I don't know that. Just like I can never understand anyone else's abuse the way they experienced it, I understand trauma in a certain sense now and how very real it is. It's it's a thing. And over these last 3 years, like these things were largely intellectual for me, right? Like they were kind of academic ideas.
Clinical,
they were clinical. These last three years, things have become very, very real. Very real.
For me, this show has actually helped my marriage considerably because I've learned to be a better communicator. I've developed my empathy over doing this show, and so sometimes that when we'll start like an argument, I'll have to immediately dial it back, like wait, why the fuck are we fighting? And so it's just like there's no need for this. I love this person loves me. Why the fuck are we fighting about something? And so you learn how to turn off the stupid part of your brain when doing something like this for like the last couple of years. It really does help you. I mean, there's some fights you're still going to get into, of course, but it's also helped in my communication because I learned sometimes that me being an asshole was not the right thing to do in certain situations, and that's my default. My default is to fall back on my assholishness because I can be a dick with some of the best of them.
Oh yeah, right. Well, and it's easy. It's
so easy.
It certainly isn't brave or vulnerable.
No, it's not.
No. And so it's really helped me out. So the other questions that we had here, will there be spin-off shows? Funny you should ask that. We're going to be working on something like that. So I don't know how, and I don't know when, but it's coming. It's
going to happen.
It's definitely going to happen. We're working on logistics. It'll be a good time.
Yeah, you guys don't need 2 hours of episodes every week of politics and religion and stuff. We're going to give you some other things. So
yeah.
I mean, even the scathing guys do 3 different shows separately.
Yeah,
so.
we need a break. We need a break from the awful realness of the
so
world.
Much of it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Spin-off shows. Yeah, we got that one. Will Kyle and Felicia do their own thing? Funny you should ask that because Kyle currently does his own thing.
I do many of my own things.
You do?
Yes.
Yes, go please.
No, go ahead. I was gonna say just check Kyle out on Rants and Reels. He has a YouTube channel.
Rants and Reels. I love Rants and Reels. I love it.
not a complete regular, but fairly regular on the Nerd Dome. And on Watch, Play, Read, and and now you can find me on Amazon and Barnes and Noble and wherever books are sold.
Sell that shit.
What's the name? What's the name of your book? Your published book?
The Tales of Weirderland.
Yeah.
It's almost like you had to look at the title to be sure you got it right.
That's hilarious.
You get so close to something, and it
You're like,
starts
fuck,
to
what? It's like drawing a blank when you're talking to your children. Hey, fuck,
or like you forget one of your you forget one of your closest loved ones' names. You're like, and your brain breaks for a second. You're like, no, I know this name.
And you never get to live that one down either.
You never do. Okay, and then for me, my projects are not largely going to be entertainment. I'm working on plans of getting back into activism, largely political and secular. As those might emerge, I will share those. But right now, it's just it's just a networking plan. Check me out on Instagram for my pole dancing. I have a goal of performing this summer for the first time in pole dancing, and I have a goal of competing next year.
Ooh.
So check me out on Instagram. It's Felicia Stormborn. Yeah, I love that username.
Wait, what was it we used to call you? The Queen Killer?
Oh yeah, what was it? Queenslayer.
Queenslayer. That's what it was.
Yeah, that was a good one too.
My side project is Professor X. I haven't published anything on the YouTube yet because I'm banking up a bunch of stuff. Well, I want to be able to hit the gate and be like, okay, I've got episodes for the next 20 weeks. You know, where I don't have. It's not going to be time sensitive shit. So
yeah,
I'm mainly going to be doing a couple of Let's Plays because I watch a lot of gaming stuff on YouTube. I'm like, fuck, if they can do this and get a lot out of people, why can't I do this shit?
The gaming stuff.
And I'm funnier than they are because they're just like, hey guys, I'm just playing a video game today. And I'm like, oh, I got political commentary and I could talk about all this other stuff. And I've got the voice. I can do the Markiplier kind of thing. So,
yeah. So, I mean, our different projects obviously, you know, we have a spinoff, like we mentioned, that we're working on. But then also, all of our projects are pretty separate from each other with different focuses and different goals, which is kind of neat, honestly.
Well, and I've been wanting to set up mine because I've got kids that are into the YouTube culture and they want to have their own channel, but I'm one of those parents where it's like, you don't need to be like socially active. You don't need to be a YouTube star where you're like putting out vlogs every week of everything that you're doing. It's like, I don't think that's so much of a healthy lifestyle to put yourself under a microscope all that much. So I'm old enough that, and I'm doing this on video. We're all doing this on video. And it doesn't bother me because like, oh, what are you going to do? Call me fat? Like, who cares? But we're talking like developing little girls. No, that's not a good thing to have.
Yeah, no. We're not. No, we don't need. And
so I'm going to have them on, not on camera, never on camera. And I'm planning on grabbing my oldest and taking her through the wonderful ages, because most people probably don't know, but I've been a gamer a good chunk of my life. I stopped when I had kids because you don't have time.
Yeah.
For that shit.
Because it's hard. Yeah. Look, I don't have kids, and I have a hard time fitting in all the things I love doing. So I can't imagine as a parent.
And so I've got this wonderful. I've never gotten rid of anything I've ever bought, video game wise. So I've got all my old Nintendo stuff over on the walls over here. I've got like 500, 600 games. And so I'm like, that's plenty. I'm going to drag my kids through my old collection. And so I want to have my oldest start playing Nintendo games, like the old NES games.
Oh, nice.
And show her how fucking rage-inducing these games were. Because they did not play nice at all. And so...
No.
The whole joke of it's going to be her failing constantly. And then it's going to be, hey, give me the controller. So I'm looking forward to doing stuff like that. But that's going to be Professor X. It's not out there yet, so don't even bother looking for it. I mean, I had a Facebook page, but I took it down because I'm like, I'm not ready yet. So let's see. What else do we got? No, everybody's side projects. No, we already talked about spin-off shows. We want to do movie stuff. We want to do, we don't want to be GAM because I don't want to watch Christian cinema.
No.
No, because it's awful.
So what we're going to do is we'll probably end up watching the things we enjoy and stuff. Most of the stuff Felicia has never seen. So.
Yeah. Shit, Felicia hasn't seen. Except for
that's the name of the show.
That I've already got planned for you motherfuckers that I'm going to make you watch. I will sit through it again just to make you watch it. I fucking hate that movie so fucking much.
As long as we don't ever watch Kids, I'm okay.
Kids.
Oh, you never heard of that one?
No.
No, don't. Oh, shit.
It's awful.
Okay. You know what? My interest is already dead. Like, I'm not even curious.
No. The end of the movie is a guy raping a girl. So
Jesus
it's
fucking Christ!
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Oh no, that's disgusting. Nope. That's a no.
Just deplorable fucking kids living in New York City.
Okay. So I got. I mean, this will be fleshed out later, but like, I don't want to watch like super triggering stuff for like slavery or rape or abuse. Like, I just don't want to watch those. Please don't make me.
No, we wouldn't do that. But that movie actively pissed me off watching that movie. I'm like,
yeah, it should.
And I think that's what his goal was.
No, it absolutely was.
So he's an asshole. I'm sorry. It's fine. It's fine.
Well, no. The movie was also shit. How old is that movie?
94, 95.
94, 95. Yeah. So it was tackling
heavy issues back then.
Heavy issues at that time.
Well, it's like 4 or 5 different side stories that are like that finally all culminate with like a house party that was happening, and this girl gets really drunk and a guy takes advantage of that. That's what the movie ends with. But what the guy doesn't know is that earlier in the movie she got diagnosed as HIV positive.
Yeah.
And so it's a fucking heavy movie. I mean,
that sounds terrible.
It's just full of deplorable characters.
Great.
Like every single one. No, we're not watching that one.
No. Nope. Fuck that. Fuck it.
So I will make you guys sit through Robot Jocks because
gladly
compared.
I love that movie.
Achilles.
Connecting. Gonna make you watch it. Connecting New York. It's terrible. So bad.
Man, I used to watch nothing but like all of the movie channels in my grandparents' house. Just nothing but like, oh, this is on again? Okay. I'll watch Bloodsport 2 for the 13th time, you know. Oh, wait, no, sorry.
Did you talk to your publicist?
Not yet, because the opportunity has not come up, so I will talk to this person tomorrow.
Yes,
so it'll be
a
conversation that happens because we need to let them know.
Enthusiastic. Yes. They're enthusiastic.
Yep. It's just a matter of is this person going to have something to do if I'm not around? Because I'm already going on another show on Friday, and so I don't know if that'll be might be too much of an ask. I don't know. We'll find out, and I'll let everybody know. So it's a big get, people. That's what we're talking about. And we're much more developed now. Let's just put it that way.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Because that was that was 2 years ago. You know?
It was.
It was about March or so 2 years ago, back when Felicia still had the shit car that was not reliable.
Oh God, do you remember that? Oh, he recommends that we lift. They recommend that we lift. It's a he. He's a he.
A staging point where we can all get together and just all ride a lift together.
Or I can lift and like you guys can figure your shit out because I'm coming from south, so.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think about it. Yeah, because
we'll figure it out.
I plan on partaking. I'm planning on splurging, bringing a bottle of single malt, and letting it go from there.
Okay.
Vodka.
Oh, is he only? I thought he
specifically wanted vodka, and I know a good one. Vodka flavored vodka. And I know a good one. So.
Okay.
So anyway, patrons, we just wanted to let you know stuff's going on. We're going to be here for a while. We're not going anywhere.
I'm planning on it.
Love this.
See, what do we think it'll mean in a couple more years? Felicia's going to be going heavily more into activism and stuff. I'm not. I'm going to be continuing to produce things because that's what I do. I don't know. It frightens me to think that we'll be thousands and thousands of downloads and thousands of watchers and stuff. And
sometimes I wonder, like, what is this show going to mean for me as an activist? Like, out of context, I have said some terrible shit on the show. Or even in context, it's some stuff that could really make me non-credible in activism. And am I going to have to face that? It's going to be an interesting journey.
It's going to be interesting. Yeah.
Like in relationship building and the kind of stuff I want to do. Like it might come back to bite me and I might have to face it. So
I'm not looking forward to my newer upper management finding out about this.
The day they discover.
Yeah, and I've joked about it before, saying that I'd have to say that, no, that's not me, that's not me. No, I'd actually have to come out in front of it. Yeah. But I do it under a pseudonym, and I do this and I do that to make sure anonymity is sacred. It's my First Amendment right. I should not be able to have to choose between this and blah, 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 blah. Yeah. I don't say anything about the people that employ me or the work that I do, so it's never tied back to a certain organization. The only thing that you guys know is that Kyle and I work together. Big deal, you know?
Yeah, and I work for a corporation that has this really big policy about what you do outside of work doesn't affect us. So, although if I move up in the ranks there, it might. So, I mean, like, if I get well known enough on this platform and I'm dealing with, say, Catholic hospitals.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I understand that the things I say on this show could have consequences in my personal life. The thing is that the things I say here, I think, need to be said. So,
yeah.
And not for shock value and not for edginess.
Yeah, we're not shock jocks or edgy edgelords or anything like that.
No.
Well, I mean, occasionally, but yeah.
Well, okay.
We do get blamed all the time for writing fucking clickbait headlines. I'm like, you don't understand what headlines are, do you? You know?
I want you to notice this. Yeah.
Does this interest you? Do you want to read more? Click here to find out. The clickbait are the people that are like, this person couldn't believe what happened. Click here to find out.
Exactly.
That's clickbait.
Yeah.
Me saying
37 things you didn't know about the West Wing. Number 7 will amaze you.
Yeah, my kind of headlines are like Trump likes dick. You know, and it'd be like, yeah, he's a friend of a guy named Richard. You know, that's the kind of thing.
That's funny. That's just funny. That's clever.
You know, that kind of thing. But we don't even barely talk about that asshole anymore because we can't change that. We've realized in this world, we have to fight the things that's another thing we've learned in the last 3 years is don't get so fucking upset about things that you can't fix or change. You know?
Yeah, try to affect what you can change. Fucking vote.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, God. The 2016 elections fucking broke us. God.
That was rough.
Right.
That was rough.
If anybody
that means we only have
polls, please let us know.
So 3 more years from now, we'll be probably doing a lot more fucking election coverage coming up in 2020. So
probably likely because that's going to be a thing that's going to happen.
Yeah, we're going to cover the debates.
I love this show so much, you guys. The best. You guys are the best.
We give ourselves 3 years advance notice. We're like, you are going to have to work our asses off in 3 years, but it's going to come and we're going to be like, fuck.
We're not going to be prepared. We're not going to be prepared.
We're not going to be prepared.
Emotionally, no.
I just remember counting off the beers as I was going over one of the reviews.
Holy shit.
As I was going over fucking Hillary Clinton versus Trump. And I think this is the one I did solo. And I'm like, here's number 8. Here's 12.
Oh my God. It was brutal. It was brutal. Oh, shit.
Oh, that's another thing I've learned in the last 3 years. When to sleep on the couch. Usually the nights that I'm drinking heavy.
I have really learned the value of keeping my podcasting space literally next to my bed. That's pretty great.
I just have to stumble up a set of stairs and go hide Easter eggs tonight. That's all I gotta do.
Water. The importance of water cannot be understood.
That counts. That's water.
LaCroix reviews, you know. Coconut, not my favorite.
Oh, I love coconut. That's one of my favorites.
Interesting.
So yours is passion fruit, and I'm like,
love the passion
but coconut for me is like, I love that shit.
I love the passion fruit. Passion fruit's my favorite.
So anyway, thanks for listening, patrons. We're gonna be at this for quite a while. We're not going anywhere. And we've hit that magic 30 mark, even though I said we're not doing 30.
We're not gonna do it.
But we love it. We love this was
but
fun.
That's kind of the thing that we do, right? That's the kind of a thing we do every fucking week.
I was so gonna say, yeah, sure, we're not.
Yeah, sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's only been 120 fucking patron shows where X is saying, "Oh, we're not going to do more than 10 minutes." Yeah.
All right, 5 minutes on this guy.
Dude, you asked us to reminisce about the
3
last
hours later.
3 years, and you wanted us to put
what the
in,
fuck
like,
was I expecting, right?
3 minutes apiece. Come on now.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks for checking us out. We'll be back again next week with another fun-filled episode where I slur words again. Hooray!
Yay!
Water.
Super professional.
Water and anti-inflammatory.
Oh yes, those help too.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Take your leave earlier in the day. It'll stick with you longer.